Today in cannabis news, the governor of Minnesota includes funds for statewide cannabis legalization in his yearly proposal budget. A proposal for statewide cannabis legalization in Delaware passes its initial governmental step, and several GOP Wisconsin state legislators say that they will introduce a proposal for statewide medical cannabis legalization, though supporters are skeptical. It's Friday, January 28th, and this is your Trichomes Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the Trichomes.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
First up, this week the governor of Minnesota inserted funds for legalizing cannabis statewide in his yearly proposed budget to state legislators. A decision that occurs as state Democrats seek to advance the policy change again this legislative session, despite the fact that it has stagnated in the Republican-majority state Senate. Governor Tim Walz's proposed legalized cannabis implementation funds would go to a variety of state authorities, such as those in charge of schooling, healthcare, community security, social work, correctional facilities, the state Supreme Court, and others. Governor Walz has regularly indicated backing for the law reform, but in his previous proposed budget, he did not provide funding for execution. The new budget request called for funds for a variety of services and agencies to help facilitate a recreational cannabis sector, as outlined in a proposal approved last year by the then Democratic majority state House. The requested budget also calls for funding for grants to assist individuals entering the legal cannabis market, provides for expungement of nonviolent offenses involving cannabis, and implements taxes on adult-use cannabis.
Next up this week, a proposal for statewide cannabis legalization in Delaware passes its initial governmental step, passing 10-4 out of the House Health and Human Development Committee. Adults aged 21 years or older would be able to buy and carry a maximum of an ounce of cannabis, as well as a maximum of 5 grams of cannabis extracts under HB 305. Household cannabis cultivation and courier services by authorized enterprises would both be forbidden. Representative Ed Osinski is the bill's sponsor, which is akin to another bill he submitted last year. That bill was also passed by the Health and Human Development Committee, but it stagnated before a scheduled chamber vote because of differences regarding social equity measures. Representative Osinski then promised that he would introduce a new proposal for the 2022 legislative session that would have sufficient backing to advance. Osinski said at the hearing that the proposal would create good-paying jobs for Delawareans, while striking a blow against the criminal element which profits from the thriving illegal market in our state.
Last up, this week, several GOP Wisconsin state legislators said that they will introduce a proposal for statewide medical cannabis legalization. Items for the smoking of cannabis would be restricted, and patients would not be allowed to cultivate cannabis for individual consumption, according to the limited GOP-championed medical cannabis bill. Extracts, tablets, infusions, and balms would be the only cannabis formulations available to registered patients. The bill would permit physicians to prescribe medical cannabis to individuals suffering from a list of different ailments, such as cancers, epilepsy, post-traumatic stress disorder, and multiple sclerosis. Additional eligible diagnoses could be added by the State Department of Revenue in cooperation with a medical cannabis regulatory committee. Given how the Republican-controlled state legislature has consistently opposed and thwarted cannabis legislative changes, supporters are wary. The state Senate, for instance, approved a proposal earlier this week that would stiffen punishments for persons who utilize butane to produce cannabis oils, while Republicans also rejected an amendment for statewide recreational cannabis legalization.
That was today's Buzz. Thanks for listening. For more cannabis news and insights from industry professionals and a place to discuss these stories and others, visit Trichomes.com.
And be sure to catch up with all of our other cannabis industry-related podcasts like Hash It Out, Tech and Cannabis, or the International Cannabis Conversation, wherever you get your podcasts. For Trichomes.com, I'm RJ Balde.
And I'm Devin Liao. Have a great day.